So Monday, it says Tuesday right now, but it's been a long day, man. I need to go to bed. But here we had a NAS trade. Let's just zoom out because I'm not on my monitor. Overall, NAS is on an uptrend. We like what we see here. And I opened the charts around like 7:25 and I automatically see this. I always look at NAS first. It broke this right here. So at this point, that's all I was looking for. And I'm like, all right, bro, well, since this major point was broken, let's let's take a setup. So we had a 5 minute zone right here that had a minor break of structure. And then when you look at the 15 minute, you also had a zone right here. Boom. So 5 and 15 minute confluence. And it is 7:20. So at this point, I still can't get into the trade. Like this is already like the trade's already happening. But I told myself like, since it's around break even, I'll be able to get into this trade. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hesitant. Like this was the first trade I took in like a week. Like I just wasn't trading all last week because of vacation. But I just woke up too and I was not expecting this at all. Like I didn't even do my full analysis. Like I just saw this and I was like, oh wait, hold up. You know what I'm saying? So I took it kind of like up here. Not the greatest entry, but we took it anyways. And the trade ended up winning. So it was a solid setup, man. Wait, I don't know why it's showing that. I don't know why it's acting like it didn't win. It did though. Promise it. Promise it won, bro. Oddly enough, man. I should have had my entry on this candle, but I actually put it on this candle, so it hit 1 to 1.5 faster than it should have. I actually should have used this candle right here. Wow, that's crazy that I used that candle. But either way, like it would have won either way, but I can't be doing that, bro. That's wild. Um, but yeah, that was the setup. I'm glad that it won. We didn't get a full 1 to 1.5 out of it, but we got closer to a 1 to 1 in terms of profit because of our bad entry and hesitation. But I'm going to make sure to review this a lot and be ready for Tuesday just in case we get another trade. Like, I'm literally just realizing right now that this is where I should have entered. And okay, yeah, it won anyways, but that's not something that I want to do. Not at all. So, yeah, this was the real trade. But for me, I ended up entering right here, and we got the 1 to 1.5 way earlier. Um, wow, crazy I did that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We we see it now. So, yeah, that was the setup though. Very early setup. Um, Not really much else to say about this. We're back, and I want to make sure that I feel as prepared as possible for tomorrow, and hopefully could get at least like 6 hours of sleep. I'm going to do a little reviewing after this, and I will see you guys on Tuesday if we take a trade, or I'll just see you guys whenever we take another trade. But it feels good to actually take a setup super early. Like, I haven't done that in a minute, man. We've been taking setups around like 10 o'clock, but this one, taking it like right at 7:30. Couldn't take it right here, so we took it over here, and that's it, y'all. All right, so Tuesday. Hey, I wouldn't think I would be here, man, with the way trading has been going, but we are here. Trading has been super slow, but we actually took another setup today. So, of course, here we have 6E, and just looking at 6E, there's no news today. We zoom out on 6E, and we are clearly on a downtrend. Okay. Actually, interesting that we could see. Wait, let me. Okay. Anyways, 6E clearly on a downtrend. Um, Now we're just waiting for it to either hit this supply zone or this one, or have a 3 candle trade. And we had a 3 candle trade. So Boom, it is 9:10. We're entering it at 9:15, going for the 1 to 1.5. Simple stuff, simple stuff. But before I show you guys this, I actually want to show you this oil trade too, because I was gonna take oil instead, but it actually ended up not closing below this. I mean below the 13 in time. And the reason I was gonna take oil was because it had more confluence. So when something is just a 3 candle trade, it's not a whole lot of confluence, but I like these setups because it shows a pullback from a strong trend and then it goes back down. And this actually has the supply zone and it touched the 50. Like, it's way more confluence. So this was also clearly going down, but I couldn't take it at the time. Hint, hint, at the time. All right. So here's oil. I mean, not oil. Here's 6E. We're in. We broke candle. We're in. And we're out. It lost. It's 9:20. And we're out this trade. And I was watching this because I wanted to see if we could get in. So it's 9:20, and I actually got in around this area a little before my entry. But I got in and I was like, all right, let's get it, bro, because this was another trade that I was literally just looking for. So I'm like, why not get in it? And yeah, it was a good trade. Honestly, like, let's look at it. There is no conflicting zones or anything like that. So as soon as we lost 6E, I got right into oil. And oil honestly went pretty well. It won very quick. We got our 1 to 1.5 and we went on with our day. So I was cool with this, man. We had another winning day in the books. So we are over halfway to getting that payout. We just have to keep on going. And it feels good. It feels good. We're 2-1 to start the week. And like, I honestly couldn't ask for a better start. You know, dang, what the heck? I couldn't ask for a better start after being out for what? How long was I out? A week. So this was good, man. This was good. We just took our plan. That's all we planned to do. And I actually made a mistake on 6E. So my execution hasn't been flawless like it usually has been like the past month. But with this, I actually ended up entering at the wrong spot. Like, it didn't even break candle yet, and I got in. And I was like, oh, shoot. So I'm glad that it did break candle, but I was low-key rushing because I was looking at oil at the same time, trying to see like if I should get in. I low-key need a third monitor now I think about it, but that would help a lot. And then silver was something that I was looking at, but I was low-key telling myself like, okay, is this clearly on an uptrend or clearly on a downtrend? And the more I looked at it, I was just kind of like, you know what, this, I can't really tell, bro. I mean, you could say that it's going down, but that doesn't mean that it's on a downtrend. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been going down, but we were just going up, and now it's going down. Like, what is the trend? There's really no true trend here. And then with NAS, we knew we weren't gonna take it because NAS has to be going one way, clearly one way. But yeah, NAS been moving pretty nicely. We got the dub on it yesterday, and yeah, I didn't like the way silver looked. And then when I compared it to like gold and platinum, I thought gold looked way better if it broke this. Um, it broke this as well, but I was waiting for the EMAs to align in for it to break that point, which I don't think it did. Looks like it kept going up. Platinum looked better than all of them, but it ended up going up. Platinum, as you can see when we zoom out, we're clearly on a downtrend now because we're breaking these major points. So now it's like, all right, yeah, we are on a downtrend. But when I look at silver, I'm more like, all right, I just didn't feel confident about it. And for me, that's enough to not consider the setup. That's enough for me to not even look at the chart, especially when we have something like this where it's clearly on a downtrend, or 6C when it's clearly going down, or even platinum where I clearly feel more confident about it. And it's not just about feeling, but like if I'm juggling with, oh, is this clearly going up or down? Like, those are such easy questions to answer. So if I can't answer that in like a split second, like, okay, is this going up or down? Well, it was going up. Okay, like, is this going up or down? Down. Is this going up or down? It's going up, right? Is this going up or down? It's a little harder for me to tell, you know? Just because, like, okay, if we were to go over here, um, what day did we take that setup? We didn't take a setup, but what day did that silver setup occur? Oh yeah, it was this day on the 18th. So now it's like, okay, are we going up or down? We're going down because this is able to show me way more that, like, yeah, we're going down. Plus we have a pivotal point that was just broken right here. Boom. So yeah, we're clearly going down right here, even though we were going up for a bit. But then when we look at it from this point of view, it looks a little weirder. But then when you look at it from this point of view, it's like, okay, we actually are going down. Boom, we going down. Went up a little bit. We just broke a major point, broke another major point. Now we're going down. Like, we're clearly on the downtrend. It just had to break a major point. Um, and I have a lot of examples of these too. So yeah, I just didn't consider silver, but I'm glad that 6E lost when it did because I wanted to get in oil the whole time, but I couldn't. I just followed my plan. It's not really about what I want to get into. It's like, if my edge shows, then I'm going to get into it. So that's why I entered 6E, even though I knew that oil was the better setup. It just didn't occur first. So that is my trading day today. 2 green days to start the week, and I will see you guys on Thursday or Friday. We are not trading Wednesday because we already took a trade on Monday and Tuesday. That's how we roll, and I will catch you guys later. Okay, so I kind of just wanted to explain to you guys how I would have better executed this trade that I took, because it was two setups that were close to happening at the same time. So I ended up entering 6E a bit early. Even though it broke candle, I entered a bit early. So let's just imagine. Well, yeah, you guys have to imagine, but right here I have my monitor and I'm looking at two charts now, right? I'm looking at 6E on here because I execute on Tradeovate on my Mac, and then on my monitor I'm looking at oil because that's the other setup that's happening. So it is 9:10 and I'm like, okay, we're slowing down, right? Because it's two setups happening at the same time. You don't want to speed up. You don't want to, you want to slow down. Okay. And then here I'm looking at it. Okay. Now it's about to be 9:15. It's 9:15. All right. So I see that oil is actually not closing. It did not close below the 13. Let me just show you guys. It didn't close below the 13. So now we are setting our order for right here. Boom. And then once it touches that, we're in. Or if it already touched it, by the time I calm down and everything, I'm just like, all right, it already touched it. We're just going to place a market order for sales. And boom, we just set our stop loss, set our TP on Tradeovate, and that's it. So I think just slowing down a little bit. It's always the move in these types of situations. And even though today was a green day, I'm always looking to improve because I know that I am mainly focused on trying to execute as flawlessly as I can. So if I see myself making a little mistake like I did on Monday, then I need to make sure that I'm reviewing that and seeing what I would do in that situation again. So even on Monday, I ended up editing my trading strategy a bit. So now I have this. And I'm going to make this a bit bigger. All right. So I'm looking at this. We're in the trade. All right. Entry confirm, stop confirm, target confirm, position size confirm. Now we have to do that during the trade now too, because it's like, all right, now that we're in the trade, let's make sure everything is good. And then boom, we already do this, but it's also good to have it visually in your face because of a day like Monday, where yes, the trade won, right? But I got in kind of late and my stop loss was actually at the wrong candle. Like, what am I doing? So it would have won either way, but I need to make sure that I am executing flawlessly. So that is what I would have done. Okay, so it's pretty late, but let me get this recap to y'all. So, US 30, that was the setup I took today. As you can see, we had a 5 minute confluence. Look at the 15 minutes, nothing. Look at the 1 hour. We also have a 1 hour confluence. So, let me draw that up. Now, with these confluences, I'm already like, okay, bet it's early in the day. And if we zoom out, you can see we're on an uptrend. And then we broke these little resistance points. So I'm like, all right, we definitely taking this. Like, we're clearly on an uptrend right here, y'all. It's clear as day. Clearly going up. So we took this setup. I did have to measure it because you see it's 10 candles that are going in the direction of a buy, and that leaves this wick to be 8 points. So it's an 18-point stop loss, so 10 is bigger than 8. So we took it, and as soon as we were able to get in, that boy lost instantly. So that's just it. That is what it is today. Luckily, I entered 11 contracts on this trade, and because it wicked so quick, it only filled 3 of my contracts. So I actually took a pretty small loss on this trade, and that low-key makes up for me missing out on the trade on Monday where I entered late, so I didn't get the full win. This kind of makes up for that at this point. Now it's like I would have like a regular week. Like, we're 2-2 this week, and we're up 1K. Like, that's how it should be ideally. So this is a pretty ideal week so far. I mean, we got Friday. We'll see what happens. Fridays are historically pretty solid. We know we're not going to trade past 10:20 a.m. on Friday no more. So yeah, we're 2-2 this week. Got to set up every day we traded. Definitely different from the beginning of June or the first couple of weeks. So this is a change that we're just ready for, though. But now I just have to do my recaps and write about how I felt about all these trades and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys on Friday. All right, y'all. So this is the whole month of June so far. Next week we'll only have 2 days in June, but every week has been pretty decent. Just been taking my plan, so this is good to see. And I'll see you guys next week. But this was this week. I don't know. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you guys this. Didn't take a trade today, so we will be back next week.